Just gonna wake you up a little bit. Tiny drops of water bouncing on my roof, drumming out a song of love, pounding out the truth. You send them to remind me, one for every blessing on me, and oh, they keep coming, overflowing. Every day your goodness finds me, every day your words rings true. I'm alive in the light of the glory, I'm amazed by the sight of you. This love is everlasting, and you find a way to show me every day, every day. The rush of freeway traffic, the hush of a sunset, you get my attention, I'm listening. It's a private conversation, you and I in one vibration, and oh, you remind me, so amazing. Every day your goodness finds me, every day your heart beats true. I'm alive in the light of the glory, amazed by the sight of you. It's a love that's everlasting, and you find a way to show me every day, every day. There is no one like you every day, there is no one like you every day. You love me every day. Your goodness finds me every day, your heart beats true. I'm alive in the light of the glory, I'm amazed by the light of you. Your love is everlasting, and you find a way to show me every day, every day, every day, every day, every day, every day. Your love lights true every day, every day. Good morning. All right, I'm going to sing a little bit. I'm going to wake you up a little bit more. I woke up this morning in my mind, stayed on spirit. I woke up this morning in my mind, stayed on spirit. I woke up this morning with my mind, stayed on spirit. Hallelujah, hallelujah, hallelujah. All day long I keep my mind stayed on spirit. Thank you. All day long I keep my mind stayed on spirit. All day long I keep my mind stayed on spirit. Hallelujah, hallelujah, hallelujah. Walking and talking with my mind stayed on spirit. Walking and talking with my mind stayed on spirit. Oh, walking and talking with my mind stayed on spirit. Hallelujah, hallelujah, hallelujah. Wake up in the morning with your mind stayed on spirit. Oh, wake up in the morning with your mind stayed on spirit. Wake up in the morning with your mind stayed on spirit. Hallelujah, hallelujah, hallelujah. Sing it with me. Hallelujah, hallelujah, hallelujah. One more time. I woke up Happy Sunday. Good morning.
Miahuen Omun Emim, Neto Reverend Jeffrey Ryan. We here at Riverside Center for Spiritual Living acknowledge that we gather on the ancestral lands of the Kauai, Gabrielino Tongva, Kizh, and Luiseno peoples. We commit to live in right relations, to seek loving kindness, to seek justice and loving kindness, to love our neighbors, and to walk humbly upon this land. We recognize our oneness so that we may decolonize our minds and free ourselves and each other from the pain of racism and violence, to live better as Spirit intended in nature and in harmony with one another. So good morning, Riverside.
Good morning.
Great to see all of you here in the sanctuary, and great to see all of our beloveds joining us online. Good morning to Greg and Ray joining us from at home, and good morning to Tamaro and Chester and Corey, and aloha kakahiaka to Casey and Wayne. Great to see all of you joining us online as well as everybody joining us here in the sanctuary. It's great to see all of you here. And I know more folks are coming in because, it's only 10:03, so, So I know that there are more folks joining us both online and here in the sanctuary as the morning unfolds. So we are already into October. Wow. Yay.
And it's overcast and cool.
And it's overcast and cool today, so that's also a big yay, right? So here we are. It's already October. It's amazing how quickly this year is passing. We're into Q4 for those of you in the business world. Q4, oh my gosh, how quickly this year has flown by. But we're here, we're with each other, we're gonna celebrate all month long. We are into a new theme this month, which I'll share with you in a bit. But for now, why don't we stand if you're able, and let's get some energy moving and some shaking and some dancing and a little bit of singing going on, right? I sing my love.
Yeah, I was told that this is actually a disco song, so can I hear your ooh, ooh, do it. Oh my gosh, I almost got you. Ready? One more time, do it. Ooh, ooh, do it. All right, I love it. I sing my love. I sing my love. I sing my love into the world. I sing my love. You can sing with me. I sing my love. I sing my love into the world. I sing my love. I sing my love. I sing my love into the world. I sing my love. I sing my love. I sing my love into the world. Dance, here we go. I dance my joy. I dance my joy. I dance my joy into the world. I dance my joy. I dance my joy. I dance my joy into the world. Say ooh, ooh. Yes, I sing. Oh, I'm just gonna do it. I sing my love. I sing my love. I sing my love into the world. I sing my love. I sing my love. I sing my love into the world. I live my peace. I live my peace. I live my peace. I live my peace into the world. Say it with me. I live my peace. I live my peace. I live my peace into the world. I live my peace. I live my peace. I live my peace into the world. I live my peace. I live my peace. I live my peace into the world. Say this with me. That's the way, I like it, that's the way, I like it, I can't hear you, that's the way, I like it, that's the way, I like it, here we go, I sing my love, I sing my love, I sing my love into the world, I sing my love, I sing my love, I sing my love into the world. I told you it was a disco song. Thank you for doing that.
Well, that was fun. She switched it up on us. So good morning. I'm Allison Barry, one of your licensed spiritual practitioners here at Riverside Center for Spiritual Living. Practitioner Constance Stringfellow and I will be available for after service for a brief moment of prayer in the prayer room located in the lobby. Please don't leave here this morning with anything on your heart. We would love to pray with you, and we absolutely know that prayer works. Now, please allow this music to take you into the silence, followed by this morning's invocation.
God is, I am right here, right now, right here, right now. God is, I am. God is, I am right here, right now, right here, right now. God is, I am. God is, I am right here, right now, right here, right now. God is, I am.
So let's join together in consciousness. If it's comfortable for you, close your eyes as we settle in and take in that beautiful atmosphere that has been set for us, knowing that truth that God is. God is all there is. It is the universal love intelligence that animates every person, every place, and everything. For there is only one power, one presence, one light, one truth, one absolute, enduring energy of unconditional love. It is spirit expressing through and as all of life, animating all of life, eternal, everywhere present, infinite, birthless and deathless and changeless, indeed absolute. And because I do know absolutely that there is only one, only God, only this divine energy that sustains and maintains all of life, I know absolutely that I am inseparably one with the One, a perfect and beautiful emanation of the Most High God. And that's the same truth that I know for and about each and every person within the sound of my voice. We are God expressing. We are uniquely fashioned and formed of this God stuff, this substance, which is universal, which is pure love, which is wholeness and harmony and order, opulent supply, limitless and boundless in its good. That is who and what we are. The all in all is within each and every one of us. So as we come together this morning, we are keenly aware of this beautiful, magnificent truth of our being, that we are divinely inspired. I know absolutely that we are here by divine appointment. There are no accidents in God. And so I know and declare that we each are open and receptive to the whisperings of spirit, to truth that come through and as every prayer, every word spoken, the music, just each and every one of our atmospheres are grounded and anchored in this truth. And whatever may need to be known is known quite beautifully and magnificently and takes us forward. I know that we are in this beautiful flow of life everlasting, and open and receptive to the unlimited supply and goodness and grace of pure spirit expressing in, through, and as us, meeting every need and so much more. For God is limitless and boundless, and it's good. And we are abundantly supplied with enough love and peace and harmony and joy and energy and light and perfection and prosperity. All of it is ours by divine appointment. And we open ourselves to this good, this day and always. So I know all is in divine order, and I know all is well, and I let this be so. And together we say, and so it is.
Power of now is always present, nowhere to be than where you are. The power of now flows oh so gracefully. The power of now is always perfect, nothing to be than who you are. The power of now flows oh so easily. Be willing to let go of everything you think you need to know. Be strong enough to let go of everything you think you need to control. For everything goes away. Let everything wash away. The power of now. The power of now is ever flowing, connecting us all to the one. The power of now unfolds so peacefully. Be willing to let go of everything you think you need to know. Be strong enough to let everything goes away. Let everything wash away. The power of now. the power of now.
Thank you, Jabel. Beautiful, beautiful. And thank you, Allison, for that beautiful invocation as well. So good morning once again to those of you who have joined us since I last said good morning. So good morning. There we are. Matt's in the room and he's online. So hey, Matt, there you go. Good morning to Lupe and John, and good morning to Laura coming to us from Camp Cedar Ridge as well. And Matt said, hello, campers, because Casey and Laura are both up there at Camp Cedar Ridge. So yay for that. All right, so we're into October, yes? Huh? Oh, yeah. Jabel, can you, run back up real quick? I know. I forgot the most important part of the first Sunday of the month. My apologies. So, it's nothing against you October people, honestly. All right. So, if we have any birthdays, any October birthdays, we invite you to go ahead and stand so that we may celebrate your October birthday. Yay. All right, here we are. All right, so here we go. Ready?
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday to you. Woo!
Yay, happy birthday. Welcome, welcome. And do we have any anniversaries? October anniversaries? All right, Carol, wonderful. How many years, Carol? 30 years with her beloved. Absolutely wonderful. Congratulations, Carol, and to your beloved as well. So, yes, absolutely. Celebrating love because love lives here. Absolutely. Love lives here at Riverside CSL. All right. And I love how Allison just keeps me on track, and if I forget something, then she's just right there, and this is our relationship, She's like, Rev Jeff. So, all right. So we are into the month of October. Now I can do this. Okay. So we are into the month of October, and we have a new theme this month. But before we get to that, how about we say our focus statement with all the O's for October? How's that? All right, so what are some of the O's? What are some of the positive vibrations of O's? Opulent, outstanding, objective, openness, omnipresent, octopus. We're going to say it with all 8 arms. Omnipotent, omniscient, omnipresent. Oof. All right, here we go. We embolden people to live their highest potential through the transformative power of love. Yes, that's what we are here about here at Riverside Center for Spiritual Living, is emboldening people to live your highest potential, live their highest potential. And how do we do that? We do that through that transformative power of love. Because right where you are, the infinite potential is. But I'm not going to get ahead of myself. So we have been working here at Centers for Spiritual Living worldwide. This year we are working with the theme of living everyday wonder. And this month, and each month, we have been looking at a different aspect of our lives, yes? We've been looking at different aspects of our lives and how we would apply this everyday wonder that Spirit is, this everyday wonder that is within you, this everyday wonder that is everywhere, expressing always, how we can look at this and how we can apply it and live it from a practical place in our lives and really apply and practice the principles and the tools that we have available to us. And so we've gone through the year looking at different aspects of our lives. Last week and last month, we looked at the area of our work life. Before that, it was nature and relationships and the physical body and our emotional body and our inner life and our creativity and our play. We've looked at all of these things this year. This month, we're focused on our financial life. This is where we learn to apply or we practice these principles and we practice the tools as they show up in our financial life. Because finances are part of life, yes? Money is just energy, right? Money is nothing more than energy. It's not good, it's not bad, it's just energy. And what do we know? There's only one life, one power, one presence, so therefore there's only one energy. There's only one love. There's only one infinite eternal. So money is just a form of energy that we use to exchange energy with, right? It's like sharing love, sharing energy, sharing life, sharing peace, right? It's just another form of energy. That's all it is. So it's not scary to talk about. It's not taboo, right? But what we want to do this morning is we want to get behind everything and get to the larger principles at work. Sound good this morning? Yes. So we have swimming in the infinite ocean. What does that have to do with anything, right? We're not a beach community. We're not going surfing this afternoon, so what does that have to do with anything? Well, if you think of Dory, right, the fish, or any fish in the ocean, right? The fish are born in the ocean, right? The fish are born in the ocean, they live in the ocean, they can explore in the ocean, they know how to navigate in the ocean, and they don't even know that they're in the ocean. They're not even aware that they're in the water, they're just living their happy little fish life, right? And the water, the ocean, supplies everything that they need for life. Everything that they need to sustain themselves, everything they need to live, the right temperature, the right food, the right water conditions, the right amount of oxygen in the water, everything that they need is already supplied for them in the ocean, right? The currents, the waves. And so they can align themselves with the current and go for a little ride or they can go swimming and explore other areas because they're working with the currents of the ocean. They're working with the sea. They're working with it, right? They're not working against it. They're working with it. And they're constantly being supplied. Do you say this is true about fish? Yes. Ocean fish. Okay. So then why do you think it's not true about you too? We are born into an infinite supply. We are born into this spirit stuff, this God substance. If spirit, God, the universe, whatever you choose to call it, the higher power, is all that there is, it's the one, the only, it's the totality, it's all that there is, then each one of us is born into that. And not only are we born into that, each one of us is made from that same God substance, that same God stuff that created all of the stars, all of the grains of sand on the beach, all of the galaxies, every blade of grass. Each one of us is made not only in the image and likeness of the one life, but each one of us is that one life in glorious, full, magnificent, opulent, abundant expression. And so this one life maintains and sustains us always and in all ways, just as the ocean maintains and sustains the fish. But what we also know is that the ocean is also a divine expression of the one life, and each fish is a divine expression of the one life. That we are inseparable from it, that we are all interdependent, yet we are all individualizations of the one. Basic 101, right? So Spirit, the universe, is forever and ever expanding. It is forever and ever showing up and demonstrating and expressing itself in a multitude of infinite ways with infinite potentiality that is energy, if you want to call it energy. And energy just changes form, but it's always energy. It's always that energy. It's always that God stuff, that God substance, that creative substance. And because that is the microcosm, then we are the microcosm. We are the microcosm of that larger macrocosm. So that we, as individualized expressions of life, as individualized expressions of spirit, also have the same ability or capabilities to co-create, to work with this one life, to have and to express more life, more joy, more peace, more love, more abundance, more prosperity, more. That we too are forever and ever expanding, especially if we eat a whole pizza. Or half of one. So we too are forever and ever expanding. But where I think we go wrong, where I think we can kind of go wrong, unlike the fish, is that we can forget or we can develop a false belief that somehow we are separate from our oneness, that somehow we are separate from one another, that somehow we are separate from all of life, that somehow there is me and something outside of myself, me and that there is an other that is operating opposed to the one life, opposed to God, opposed to spirit, that there is something else that is operating. And it's simply not true, because if there was only one in the beginning, there can only ever be one. That's all there ever is. And so that which spirit did not create was never ever created, right? So spirit has to be all that there is. Otherwise, it doesn't exist. So if we look at the tree behind me, the big, beautiful tree behind me, notice all of the leaves. Notice the abundance of leaves. How many leaves there are on that tree. You could probably count them, maybe, if you had a lot of time on your hands and the desire to do that. You could probably count them. And in about another month or two, the tree is going to shed all those leaves, right? And then next spring, there's going to be all new leaves on the tree. And then the cycle continues. So there's a difference between abundance and prosperity. Abundance is first cause. Abundance is that energy, it's that spirit, it is love, it is joy, it is peace, it is that spirit of life that is forever and ever expanding. That is abundance. So abundance is source. Abundance is supply. Abundance is sustenance. Abundance maintains and sustains. Abundance is forever and ever giving of itself, withholding nothing. Abundance is present. Okay? Prosperity is the demonstration or the manifestation or the effect of or the form of abundance that abundance takes. So if we look back at the tree here, right? The life of the tree, the life inside the tree, would be equivalent to the abundance. It is forever giving. It is forever doing what it's supposed to do. It is forever providing. It's forever growing and expanding. It is forever. It is eternal. The life of the tree, the life itself, is eternal, and that is forever giving and giving and giving. The prosperity of the tree are all the leaves on the tree. Or, that's not a fruit-bearing tree, but if it were, the fruit of the tree, right? And so we reap the benefits of the shade, we reap the benefits of the fruit, And the tree continues to do what it does because it has this infinite supply of abundance that we reap the prosperity of. Does that make sense? So abundance must always precede prosperity. Let me say that again. Abundance must always precede the prosperity. Make sense? Because spirit, the high idea of spirit precedes form. The idea precedes form. The infinite intelligence, the love intelligence precedes creation. Because it is that infinite intelligence, it is that consciousness, the consciousness of being, that then, in quantum physics idea, that there's the waves, the waves of consciousness, that then form and drop into, when the wave collapses, drop into form, drop into particle. And so physics, energy exists both as particles and waves at the same time. Right? But it drops into the particle, it drops into the form. And so we, beloveds, co-create with this. And so it is by what we bring our attention and intention to is what expands. Because we know that the universe is forever and ever expanding. So are we paying attention to abundance? Are we paying attention to cause? Paying attention and intention to cause? Or do we get in the habit of paying attention and intention into prosperity? Or even more, do we get into the habit of paying attention and intention to our belief in duality, to our belief in otherness, to our belief in separation, and we then begin to pay attention to what we call lack or limitation? Because as I've shared with you before, what we bring our intention and attention on expands, right? That's the way the universe law, the law of expansion. And we tried it a little bit earlier, right? With creativity a little bit earlier this year, I asked you to look for yellow cars. Right? We planted that idea of, or we shared that idea of like, okay, this week I want you to focus on looking for yellow cars. And the next week you came back, it's like, oh my gosh, there are so many yellow cars on the road. Like Allison's shirt. There are so many yellow cars on the road because now all of a sudden your focused attention, your awareness was on looking for yellow cars. Well, guess what, beloveds? They were always there before. You just weren't noticing the yellow cars because you weren't paying attention and looking for the yellow cars. You weren't setting your intention and attention to look for yellow cars. Right? The abundance of life is always there. It's what we set our intention and attention on that's magnified. So if we are constantly looking for lack, we're constantly looking for limitation, we're constantly looking for those things, the universe doesn't care what you're saying yes to. You're saying yes to that. So guess what? The universe does. Provides more lack, provides more limitation, provides you less than. Right? To him that hath, more is given. To him that hath not, even that is taken away. Because the focus is on the lack. The focus is on the limitation. The focus is on the less than, the not enoughness. And so then that's what we become this amplifier for, this conduit for, this like beacon for, yeah, show me more if not enough. No, I didn't want that. So no, show me more if not enough. Right? And the universe just supplies because the universe expands. Whereas if we look at it as, I want to experience more love. Let's experience more peace. Let's experience more joy. Let's experience more prosperity. Right? When the focus then becomes there, when the attention and the awareness then becomes there, then what has to show up? More of that. Right? Because the law, the way the universe works, doesn't care what you're putting into it, doesn't care what you're focusing your attention and your intention on. It's going to give you more of whatever your intention and attention is on. So why not let it be love? Why not let it be joy? Why not let it be peace? Why not let it be oneness and unity and harmony with each other? Why not? Feels like a far richer way to live, doesn't it? Much richer. Because then you're dripping in joy, you're dripping in love, you're dripping in peace. And Spirit is always providing. Spirit is maintaining and sustaining you. If you don't think so, try holding your breath. Eventually, you're going to have to let the breath out. And guess what? When you let the breath out, you are trusting and knowing that there is a law of abundance. There is this law of Spirit that is maintaining and sustaining you, because you don't worry about letting it out and thinking, oh no, there's not going to be enough air. I better hold it in. You let it out. You trust. You're trusting that Spirit is going to breathe you and with your next breath. You're not having to oh, let me pray. Let me try and figure this out, right? Spirit is maintaining and sustaining you. Spirit is breathing you. Your breath demonstrates this, right? The very breath you breathe is a demonstration of this. So it is your awareness. It is your awareness, it is your intention, it is your attention that we use then to co-create as we're swimming in this infinite ocean that we're being maintained and sustained. If we keep our eyes open and we stay awake and we stay aware to what is available to us, that the water is always there for a fish, right? The air is always here for us. Spirit is always here for us. When we stay awake and paying attention to that, more and more Spirit, more and more connection happens, more and more shows up. Because we're aware of our oneness, we are bringing ourselves into alignment with our oneness of who we are and who each one is. So on your way in this morning, Frank should have given you, or you should have, you probably received, you likely received a piece of paper here, and here comes Frank, in case you didn't. It says, a record of my unexpected good. So if you need one, there's Frank. So on this unexpected good sheet, so what we're going to do for this month, we're going to, because our life is a laboratory, right? We are playing, we are exploring, we are expressing, we are testing these principles and these ideas out. So what we're going to do for the entire month is, what I invite you to do is I invite you to stay open and look for and be aware of not only yellow cars, kidding, but stay open to your unexpected good, your unexpected income. And what I mean by unexpected good, unexpected income, is not your salary, not your normal commission checks or your Social Security or anything that you know to expect this particular income every month. But what I invite you to do is stay open to the unexpected. So unexpected income might look like, that guy that you loaned that $10 to 5 years ago? He gives it back to you. All right, well, that was unexpected because you kissed that $10 long time ago, right? Or $100 or $10,000, whatever the amount was, right? That's unexpected because, oh, wow, all right, it showed back up, right? So that would be unexpected. Or Matt decides to take you out for lunch after service, right? And he decides to pay for lunch for you. That's unexpected income because Matt is treating you to lunch, right? So that would be unexpected income. So write down, Matt bought me lunch, and then how much lunch was. Or, Mike paid me back the $10. And write that down, whatever. If you clip coupons or you get a rebate, like you go to Lowe's and you decide you want to buy a new washer and dryer and it comes with a rebate, $50 rebate, okay, perfect. That's unexpected income because you weren't expecting that rebate, right? So you're looking for unexpected income, found money on the ground, right? Or if you go through your house and you're pulling out all the change from your pockets, or you're clearing your bookshelves and it's like, there's a wad of cash stuck in there. That's unexpected income, right? Something that you're surprised to see coming into your life. Be looking for that and write it down, and then just keep a tally of it. So the paper that you have is deliberately cut or deliberately sized so that if you wanted to cut it and keep it in your wallet, like a credit card size, you can keep it in your wallet. Or you could fold it and do it that way, however you want to do it. But what I want to do is I want to come back at the very first week of November, and I want to see, it'll be curious to see, I'm very curious to see how prosperous and how abundance has shown up in our entire community doing this for 1 month. Does that sound like a good idea? Sound like a plan? Because I tell you, when you start focusing on the unexpected income, you begin to see that, wow, income comes from all kinds of places. This thing called money, this energy called money, comes from all kinds of places. And believe it or not, money, finances, was actually one of the easiest things to demonstrate our principles of this faith and philosophy, of the creative process. It's actually one of the easiest. Think of expansion this way. Expansion and abundance and potentiality. So 1 kernel of corn produces 1 corn stalk, and each corn stalk produces 2 ears of corn. Okay? 1 ear of corn has roughly 800 kernels on it. So each corn plant could feasibly produce 1,600 corn plants, right? And each of those 1,600 corn plants can also produce 1,600 kernels. So if you plant 1 kernel, just go down to the 2nd generation, you have 2,560,000 kernels of corn out of one kernel. And then if you plant that 2,560,000 kernels of corn, so 3 generations from the first seed you planted, in only 3 generations, you have 4,096,000,000 kernels of corn. Think of that expansion. So just 1 little seed planted into the soil can produce, in only 3 generations, over 4 billion kernels of corn. Think of how many people that feeds, how many animals that feeds. So if you think of yourself with one idea, this idea perhaps of focusing our attention on expansion, focusing our attention on unexpected good, this one idea, think of how this one idea could, in 2 or 3 generations of the idea, expand and affect not only you, your family, your community, and even the world. It's by one single idea. We're co-creating together, beloveds. We're doing this work together. Isn't it exciting? Yes. Do you feel abundant? Yes. Do you feel prosperous? Yes. Do you feel rich beyond measure? Yes. Good. When we're looking at abundance, what we're really seeing is we're seeing inner peace. When we experience abundance, we're really experiencing inner peace. And when we are looking at prosperity, what we're really seeking is the freedom that prosperity brings. So when we look at abundance and prosperity, what we are actually looking at is we're looking at our freedom, we are looking at inner peace, and we're looking at love and sharing it with one another. Living glorious, magnificent, prosperous lives, maintained and sustained by the one life itself. So this is your work for the month. We'll have other tools for the week as the weeks unfold, but I invite you to look at and work with your unexpected good, your unexpected income. And then we'll come back in November and we will share the opulence of this community. All right, so I invite our practitioners to please stand and surround the sanctuary and our ministers to join them as well. And these beloveds are in service to this community every single day, and there is prayer available in the prayer room, as Allison mentioned, immediately following service, in the prayer room outside the sanctuary doors there and just to the right. All right, so I invite you, if you are comfortable, to go ahead and close your eyes and let's join me in consciousness. Here we go. Breathing in and breathing out, recognizing the infinite, eternal, the breath of God, the breath of Spirit, the breath of life, the breath of the divine that breathes me, that breathes each one of us, that maintains and sustains us, that withholds absolutely nothing, because in the beginning was Spirit, was life, was the Word, and the Word was with Spirit, and the Word was Spirit. Therefore, that which Spirit did not create was never ever created. There is only the one power, the one presence, the one life, the one love, the one infinite, eternal love, intelligence, forever and ever expanding, forever and ever giving of itself, withholding absolutely nothing. It is generous, it is harmony, it is peace, it is poise, it is a peace that passes all understanding. It is love, it is abundance, it is prosperity, because from itself it created and it continues to create, forever and ever expanding, expressing itself beautifully in harmony and joy and in divine right order. And I know that I am the microcosm of this macrocosm, that I am one with this one, that I am inseparable from it, that it is inseparable from me, that I live, move, breathe, and have my being in it, just as the way a fish does in the ocean, that I live, move, breathe, and have my being in it, and it in, through, and as me as well. For I am one with this love intelligence. I am one with this abundance. I am one with this power and this presence. I am inseparable from it. And as I know that this is true of me, I know that this is true of all of life, of all of creation, of each one gathered here this day. Each one is a divine individualization, a divine manifestation, impartation of this one life, forever expressing, forever expanding, forever giving of itself, forever sharing its love, its prosperity, its abundance, its joy, expressing as each one. And so I speak my word here and now for this beloved community, recognizing that we are rich beyond measure, that we are dripping in joy, that we're dripping in peace, that we're dripping in love, that we have absolutely everything that we could possibly need because it was given in the beginning. There is nothing withholding it. There is nothing preventing us from having it. There is nothing keeping us from our good, because good is our divine right. It is our divine birthright. And so we claim it here and now. The good, however we measure it, the good of love, the good of peace, the good of joy, the good of abundance. However we choose to define it, it is our birthright. And so we claim it here and now for each one and for all life, all creation, everywhere. That each one continues to express wholly, perfectly, and completely. That each one lives abundantly. That each one lives in joy and harmony and peace. That each one lives in creativity and glorious expression of life itself. How grateful I am to know this. How grateful I am to speak this word now. How grateful I am for the beautiful, diverse, unified expression of life itself. How grateful I am to receive and how grateful I am to give. For I am merely the transparency of the divine. And this is true of all. here to be the power and the presence of love, the power and the presence of peace, the power and presence of abundance. And so I simply give thanks for it all. I say yes, yes, yes. And I release this word, letting it be so. And so it is. There you go. All right. So I invite our beloveds who are in service to please go ahead and come on forward. And so collecting on behalf of the congregation today are Frank Conley and Cindy Lambert. I was just like looking at you like, oh my gosh, I know you really well. I'm just like, why is this just not? And then receiving on behalf of the congregation is Constance Stringfellow. So I invite you to take out whatever you're choosing to contribute this morning and place that over your heart space. And one of the easiest ways that we can contribute is via text to give. Simply text 951-419-5858 on your cell phone. Just text it. And enter the amount that you're choosing to give, and then hit send, and it's just that easy. It's just like texting a friend, because that's exactly what you're doing. So when you text a friend, you're sharing your love with a friend, right? So when you're texting the community and you're texting your contribution, you're sharing your love with the community. It's once again, it's just an exchange of energy that's happening here. Another way of contributing is going to the website, riversidecsl.org, and in the upper right-hand corner, you'll see the word contribute, and you can contribute there. Or if you're here in the sanctuary and you want to contribute the analog way, you can place an envelope or whatever in the basket. So that works too. So I invite you to, I also do want to mention that in your seat back pocket there, yes, I used to be a flight attendant. In the seat back pocket there, you'll also see a green envelope. That is the Two or More envelope. The Two or More envelope is to help keep the building maintenance up. So we invite you to consider the Two or More. If you are online, there's also the button there under Contribute for the Two or More. Or if you're texting by phone, you can type in the word MORE after the amount, M-O-R-E, after the amount, and you can do it that way too. So lots of ways to do that. We had a beloved experiencing homelessness this week kick in the bathroom door downstairs. That was a $500 repair. So yeah, it was just a hiccup. We bless them, we love them, and the door is repaired, so just something to think about. All right, so I invite you to hold what you're choosing to contribute over your heart space, and let's say this affirmation together. I give and receive freely and generously. With an open heart and an open mind, the universe responds to me in kind. I know that my beloved community is richly blessed, and so it is.
You've got to be the light if you want to see the light. You've got to be the light if you want to see the light. Because you reap what you sow, read what you know, see what you believe. Give a little bit of that good thing if you want to receive. You've got to be the love if you want to see the love. You've got to be the love if you want to see the love. Because you reap what you sow, read what you know, see what you believe. Give a little bit of that good thing if you want to receive. Give a little bit of that good thing if you want to receive. Because you reap what you sow, read what you know, read what you believe. Give a little bit of that good thing, want to receive. Give a little bit of that good thing if you want to receive.
Alrighty, so we do have a couple of announcements before we head across the hallway for snackies, but before we do that, I want to say hi to Dr. Naima, great to see you joining us, and hi to Michelle O'Brien, great to see you as well. So great to have you with us this morning, and good morning to Beverly too, and Jeff. So hey everybody, good to see you. All right, so the very first thing, the 80th anniversary Gala tickets are now on sale. The 80th anniversary will be November 5th at 6 p.m. It's going to be here in Johnson Hall. We have 30 commemorative gifts. So if you want the commemorative gift, you can purchase the ticket and the commemorative gift on the website. If you want to just join us for the gala, that's great too. You'll still receive a small gift. It just isn't as big as the big commemorative gift is, but you'll still receive a small gift there as well. And so you can buy all of those tickets online, but the bigger commemorative gift has a limited number. So there is a limitation on that. Sorry, it's just, we live in this realm, this 3D realm, so there you go. So if you want that commemorative gift, it's a nice bag with a nice journal and a couple other goodies in there. If you want that commemorative gift, make sure you get those tickets early and soon. So you can get the tickets at riversidecsl.org. If for some reason you are not online, you can call Trisha here at the office during the week, and she can get you all set up and get you registered and everything that way too. So, okay? So there's that. Next, morning practice began this morning. So every Sunday morning now, we are doing morning practice at 9 a.m. downstairs in the village. This morning, practitioner Francis Drake, led a wonderful session around spiritual mind treatment or affirmative prayer. It is the methodology or the prayer structure that we use here. When you hear our prayers, there is a structure that we follow, but the prayers are always spontaneous. They're never just a rote prayer that we say, but they do follow a very methodical structure. And so that was this morning. And then next week, my husband Ed is going to be sharing with you the practice of visioning. So that'll be next week at 9 a.m. downstairs. All right. Then on the 16th of October, we have the Riverside Interfaith Walk for Peace. It's the Interfaith Walk, and that will be on October 16th from 2 to 4, and that's going to begin at the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints at 3680 Jackson Avenue. So this is the fifth annual Interfaith Peace Walk. So we encourage you to join. It's so much fun to walk with people from other faith traditions, and we share beads and we learn from each other as we're walking from different house of worship to different house of worship. It's a great opportunity to meet your neighbors here in Riverside, and so that is October 16th at 2 p.m. And then we have Right around the corner here, we have the Civil Rights Institute of Inland Southern California. The opening ceremony is Saturday, October 22nd at 5:30. For more information, please see Earl. Earl, raise your hand. There you go. Please see Earl in the lobby or with Snackies for that information there, all right? Reverend Victoria, do you want to talk about Tuesday's event? All right, as Reverend Victoria comes up to talk about Tuesday's event, go ahead and come on up here. I want to share with you that our small groups are starting back up, not this week, but the following week. So we have the women's group, we have the men's group, and we have Green Faith group that are starting back up. So you can find more information about those programs as well. There's that mic there. You can find information on those programs as well on the website this week. And now Reverend Victoria is going to tell you about what's happening on Tuesday. Tuesday, right?
Well, on Tuesday, we're going to have a candidate forum for the school board. And sometimes school boards are overlooked. I know that I don't know who the candidates are usually. And, you know, it's really the basic thing that we vote on, because what happens in our schools has so much impact for many, many years. So this is an opportunity to come out and hear the candidates speak and what they stand for, so that you can make an informed decision rather than just closing your eyes and pointing at someone. And, you know, it'll be a wonderful event. It's hosted by the ICUC and several other groups, and I will be one of the moderators. I think there'll be a youth moderator, which is wonderful, because we want youth involved in getting the candidates that will do things that are going to be beneficial for them. So this is a wonderful opportunity for everyone, and there will be food there. I'm not quite sure what it will be, but there's a lot of promise there, because there's a lot of very, very talented cooks in the community. So please come out. It's from 6 to 8 p.m., and it will be in Johnson Hall.
All right. So learn more about RUSD, right? Riverside Unified?
Yes.
And Alfred, or just
And
Riverside?
Alfred.
Okay.
Alfred.
So for both school districts here in Riverside Unified and Alfred school districts, both those school districts, the candidates will be here. It'll be a candidate forum. You'll be able to ask them questions and find out more about what they stand for. Once again, that's at 6 to 8 on Tuesday, this coming Tuesday. All right. Am I good, Allison? Allison says good. Michelle's giving me a thumbs up. All right, I guess we're good. So let's say our affirmation for the week together. Or let me say it and then repeat it after me. I invite you to go ahead and stand. I need coffee at this point. I invite you to go ahead and stand, and let's say this affirmation together, shall we? I am abundant, prosperous, and free. Let's hear you.
I am abundant, prosperous, and free.
Now let's say it like you really believe it. I am abundant, prosperous, and free. Yes. All right. Something wonderful is happening through me right now. It is this thing called love. Love is in my mind. Love is in my body. Love is in everything I do. I am it. I share it. And I receive it. And I move love forward. Because love lives here. Let's sing it, shall we? Here we go.
Something wonderful is happening through me right now. It's this thing called love. Love is in my mind. Love is in my body. Love is in everything I do. I am it. I share it. Receive it. And I move it forward. Sing it. Love lives here. Yeah. Love lives here. Oh. One more time. Here we go. Something wonderful is happening through me right now. It's this thing called love. Love is in my mind. Love is in my body. Love is in everything I do. I am it. I share it. Receive it. And I move it forward because love lives here. Oh, sing it with me. Love lives here. Have a great Sunday, you guys. Go get some snackies. scars that we see just make us stronger. We breathe it in together. We'll hold you up with grace. We know that love lives here in you and me. Love lives here. My soul breaks free. We're so excited to be united with you. Where love lives, where love lives. When life gets you down, you can't see the future. When it all seems too much for you to handle, there are many here who gather together. Oh, unconditionally, we pray together, and the hurt that you feel